the SRT-10. Today is going to be a different type of day. It's not Fox Body related, I'm sorry, but I figured I'd give you guys an update while I'm here in Dubai and on my SRT-10, and then give you a beautiful background of the world's tallest building. Today I'm going to cover some of the basics of this truck and how long I've had it, what the modifications are, and what my plans are for the future. And something a little bit different, we're going to be testing out a fuel delivery service that is new to the region, because this truck has been nearing on empty for a while. Going to show you guys how this app sort of functions and works. So here it is. You can actually see my order ID, and that there's about 19 minutes or so until the driver shows up. So it tells you your order has been placed, pilot's en route, all of these things. I can actually go here. It's actually showing you a map of where I am, and the app is pretty easy. You can add a new vehicle right here, so you can say I need a new car, and it just essentially asks you where's your registration, because it needs your license plate information, and what type of fuel types are you wanting, and the color of your vehicle. As you guys might know, this truck has only been moving in my parking garage once a month for the past 3 years. So I'm going to go into detail on why this truck hasn't been on the road for so long.
You will refuel it from the back
this black one?
Yeah,
so the black one needs to get refueled.
okay.
So I did the app, I notified concierge,
No worries.
I gave the code number.
No worries.
So if it needs to be over in that
over
area,
no
can
worries.
you let
I
me
will
in?
be here.
Can I drive it in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just park there.
Okay. So they'll open the gate for me?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. I'm just trying to give you guys the experience. So that's what I mean. I'm not trying to advertise or promote this company. I am just, you know, out of curiosity for myself, as I'm sure you guys probably are as well. So we're actually just coming into the VIP parking area here, where they told me to come. They opened the gate, how nice of them. So we're just gonna come in here and then wait for the delivery truck to come. And bring us some fuel. And while we're here, I figured I might as well just showcase you. There is the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa. So got the truck up, just waiting for the gas truck, petrol truck to show up. So I figured while we're here, and you'll have to excuse the construction noise in the background, Dubai is always full of construction, but I figured I'd go over some of the mods that this truck has had over the years. So when I first bought the truck in Houston, I actually had already ordered parts to modify it, and I picked the truck up in Houston on holidays, drove it all the way to Florida to my friend's place, and there I already had the JTS Venom Performance 2.4 drop kit, which is 2-inch drop springs in the front and drop blocks in the rear. So I got that done, shipped the truck over here to Dubai, and there I just wanted more out of it. So I actually ordered a Paxton supercharger system. I was running about 6 PSI. The problem though was it's really hot here, and you know, other than a couple first pulls, then things would start to get heat soaked and performance would just go down. And I was driving home one day and I had the notorious harmonic balancer fall off the end of the crank issue happen to me. I will admit it, I'm ashamed. I didn't check the torque specs of it when I put the supercharger kit on, or I had the shop do it, I'm sorry. And that was sort of that moment, like, whoops. So I got an ATI harmonic balancer, got it back on, truck back up and running, sold the supercharger kit, and then, you know, just kind of enjoyed the truck as is. And I'd ordered street scene mirrors, and I wanted to do a couple little touch-ups because if you might remember, the truck had gray gunmetal racing stripes and the wheels were painted gray. Problem was, when the people installed the stripes, they actually sat on the roof of the truck and dented it. And I'm sure you guys are probably shaking your head, and you're probably going to start to understand on why I didn't want to drive or modify this truck anymore in this country, and why I'm going to send it home. But yeah, so there were some dents in the roof. I sent it to a shop to get them fixed, paint the street scene mirrors, and you know, I got the handles, door handles painted as well to get rid of the texture, get them cleaned up. Same thing for the tailgate handle in the back. So just little subtle touches. And they offered to deliver the truck to me at work one day, and I'm like, yeah, I'll take delivery. Just funny, like I said, everything here gets delivered, right? The truck shows up to work on a flatbed, and I could smell my clutch. And it was one of the flatbeds that don't go all the way down to the ground, and they had fried my clutch trying to load my truck onto the flatbed. And you can imagine the frustration. So already here, you know, dented roof, blown clutch, and the shop was good. They're like, don't worry, we're gonna cover getting it fixed. So I figured, okay, time for some upgrades, right? I ordered a brand new spec clutch, I got a lightweight spec flywheel, and I got 513 gears for the differential because, you know what, no supercharger, figure might as well try a more aggressive gear, make things a little bit more fun around town. It took me a year from that day forward to get the truck back on the road. And between shipping of the parts, getting them over here, the installation, and then when I got the truck, it wouldn't rev past 2,500 RPM. So got the clutch, the flywheel, and the gears installed, and the truck wouldn't rev past 2,500 RPM. Why? There's a problem with the flywheel. I'm gonna show you guys right here. I still have it. So this is probably from about 4 years ago, and you can see these points right here. These are actually what are used for your crank sensor. And for whatever reason, and these ones, if you look at a stock flywheel, are more narrow, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Long story short, this wouldn't work with the crank sensor. So that flywheel would not work for the crank sensor, and I tried everything. I thought my cam sensor maybe died. I forget, there was a whole array of things to check on why this might happen, and the check engine light codes were all pointing towards the cam sensor, which, you know, I ordered, I replaced, I did all that. But the only common constant here of, okay, what was actually changed was that flywheel. I got on the phone with Spec, I emailed back and forth, they're like, no, it should work, there shouldn't be an issue. Long story short, they just stopped responding to me. So although their clutch is still working to this day, I can't speak much for their flywheels based on this, and as you can see, it's a lovely doorstop at this stage. So I reached out to my friend back in the US, the same friend who actually got me on to the SRT-10 Rams, and he had a lightweight Fidanza flywheel that came off one of his builds, and his truck was undergoing a complete overhaul, and he shipped me out his flywheel. I got that installed in the truck, everything ran fine. I even went back and told Spec, and crickets. So finally got the truck back on the road, enjoying it on the streets again, enjoying the gears and everything else. And you can actually see a couple of videos actually of me driving in Dubai, where there's a burnout video, and then there's one when I first got the gears installed, and you know, just driving around town testing them out. So some of you might think 513 gears are too much. Well, on the T56, honestly, they're not. It's almost like a perfect gear in my opinion, probably the equivalent of a 373 in your Fox body, maybe even a 355, because you have that extra gear, and away you go. Now, I don't get 20 miles to gallon on the highway anymore, that's for sure. I think it dropped down to about 16-ish, so that is one thing to consider. You're gonna lose your gas mileage, but you will make up for it with the smile and fun factor. So enjoying the truck, back on the road. You know, I'd removed the stripes, painted the wheels black, and that's when I was out that one day at the beach, minding my own business, parked far away from everyone else, and I got this door ding. Again, that might not be the biggest thing in the world, but for me, let's look at the story here. Sent the truck over, couldn't enjoy the boost because of the heat. Harmonic balancer came off, so I had to deal with the logistics and getting everything fixed there. Then the dented roof because of getting stripes installed. The paintwork, okay, melted my clutch. The flywheel issues, the timing, everything that it took. And then to get that door ding, I was like, no more. So there you have it, guys. That is why ultimately I want to send the truck back home. And you know what? It's time. I got storage for it. Guys, fuel delivery is here. Definitely a way to make you feel special if you just want to order gas for your vehicle. They pull out all the stops. Filling up with fuel here with our fuel delivery system in the UAE, and I am getting 100 dirhams, which is about $27, which I think it's about 60 cents a liter, so call that $2.40 a gallon for this Super 98 octane fuel that we have. Now you're probably thinking, oh my god, 98 octane fuel. Well, no, they actually read their octane levels differently here. So in the US they use a PON number, which is a pump octane number, and here in the UAE they use RON, which is research octane number, and then they also have MON, which is a motor octane number. So the difference is that the 98 research octane number that we have here is actually only equivalent to a 93 pump octane number that you would have back home in the US. So there's your difference in case anyone ever wondered. It's extremely important when you're getting vehicles tuned, like my E39 M5. You know, when they ask me for the tune and the tune's getting done back in the US, you know, somebody might have said, oh yeah, tune it for 98 octane, and well, that probably wouldn't work out so good when in fact that 98 is only equivalent to 93. Similarly, if you had a US car getting tuned out of Europe, you would have to tell them the other way, so that the 93 that you're talking about is actually 98 for them. So there you have it, a little bit of information on octane numbers, and looks like everything's going to be a success here. I gotta say, the app worked well. The driver came on time. It's about a 1 hour window they give you, and it's right half past the hour, so it's right in between. Guy's friendly, job is done, got gas in the truck. What more can I ask for? Sir, how much do you charge per visit?
This is the first time free, but there is going offers.
Offers, yeah.
Yeah.
But how much is full price?
18 dirham.
18 dirham. Okay. And then price of fuel is the price of fuel.
Same, everything petrol same, price same.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. All right, have a good day. So there you have it, guys. The normal cost to get your gas delivered to you is 18 dirhams, which is about $5 US. And like I said, the price right now per gallon is probably about $2.40 for 93 octane fuel. 93 pump octane number, not research octane number. So there you have it. Very successful fuel filling adventure. And like I said, this truck now, I'm going to organize its shipping back to the US. In case you guys are wondering, it's probably going to cost me about $200 to $2,500 to get this truck back to Texas, and that's on a roll-on, roll-off. So that means nothing other than the keys and the title of the truck can be in the vehicle. versus a container, which would normally run you about $5,000. Another fun tip about this truck, it is nicknamed Domo. As you can see, Domo hangs on here and looks all angry and stuff. And I actually got a little Domo hanging off the receiver hitch body here. So the nickname sort of came when I first got the truck. There was lots of these Domos all over the place, and this truck is just an angry looking beast that looks like it wants to eat you. So a friend of mine was just like, oh, that thing's angry like Domo, and name kind of stuck. So there you have it, guys. There we are. That concludes this video, and I really just wanted to share with you guys this new feature of getting your gas delivered here in Dubai. And obviously it was an opportunity to get gas in the truck, get the truck out in some daylight, and do a little bit of a feature on it, because it's probably the vehicle that, I hate to say it, almost feels like I'm neglecting the poor thing, but it's all for the truck's best interest, because I am going to get it home and get it back in its prime again. You guys are gonna have to stay tuned. I understand, you know, I don't have lots of Fox Body content coming your way right now. We just finished season 2 from last year, and I'm planning to go back to Canada end of March and work on some of those projects that I talked about in some of my other videos. Now, I do have some other projects that I haven't shared with you guys yet, and I'm excited to announce those as time goes on. Not sure if I'm going to announce it before I get back to Canada or not. You guys are just going to have to hang in there and wait for it, but I promise it's going to be worth the wait. Other than that, I want to thank you guys again for watching, checking out this video, and encourage you guys to subscribe, share with your friends, and you know what, comment if you have any questions, if you have any feedback, and whether it's love or hate, I'll take it all. So thanks again, and stay tuned till next time.